And with that, we bid you a good evening. Today is Friday, March 6th, 2015, and we are live here for the LHSAA Class 1A State Quarterfinals here at Madison Prep Academy. As a couple of teams we brought to you a lot this year, the host, Madison Prep Academy Chargers, in their white and blue, hosting their Division 6 1A rivals, the Southern Lab Kittens, wearing black and green. I'm joined by Gerard Piper. Joker, what time is it?
Hey, it's basketball time. It's quarterfinals time, and hey, they announced at the beginning that this was the best rivalry in Baton Rouge, and we're getting ready to see the tip-off. Brandon Sampson has the ball. Gives the ball to Christian Thompson.
And here we go. Thompson with the basketball. He's being guarded one-on-one by Jordan Booker. Swings it over. There's a long shot for three. Rattles off. No good. Rebound by Joshua Blanc. That was Jalen Brown on the shooting attempt. Now Thompson again with the basketball. Goes between the legs. Southern Lab is in, looks like they're in a man-to-man defense. Goes up. Chris Allen stays with him, but Joshua LeBlanc gets another rebound. So a couple of missed opportunities early for the Kittens. Brandon Sampson with the rock over to LeBlanc. Swings it to Thompson from downtown. No good. And Bladrick Veal comes up with the rebound. Nice job. Now, Madison Prep is in a trap. Not anymore. You don't see a whole lot of full-court defenses from Jeff Jones. I guess he was just waiting to see if Bladrick Veal jumped stupid.
Well, this team, both of these teams, they know each other well. They played each other several times this year. And so I think Southern Lab came out expecting the press. And there goes Southern Lab with the first points of the game.
Chris Allen, they draw first blood. That's not something that happens very often, well, ever here at Madison Prep Academy. But there's a first time for anything, and as I often say, familiarity breeds contempt. And I'm sure there's quite a bit of that between these two schools here as, I guess the shooters roll. Jalen Brown and one.
And the ball actually was tipped by a Southern Lab player that time. He was fouled, and his left hand hit the ball, and it tipped and actually went in. So that's going to be a three-point play right there.
Well, that's not the kind of friendly assist you want to give your opponent at all.
Well, we see first off in the first couple of plays of the game, we saw Madison Prep with a couple of offensive rebounds. They came out. The crowd is magnetic, man, and they have all the momentum so far. But Southern Lab, when you're a rival team, it doesn't matter.
Brown's shot is no good, and here come the Kittens with the basketball. Sheldon Carroll trying to get it across the timeline. The fans are practically on the court. I'm estimating there are about 600 people here tonight. Carroll shot no good. Rebound, Brandon Sampson. He's going on a fast break. It goes off of Carroll's leg. Picked up, stolen by Jordan Booker. That's an early boo-boo. And that is not something, oh my goodness, I can see the steam rising from Coach Jones' forehead already, and it's just the first quarter. Jordan Booker with the basketball. Coach Clark is styling tonight. He's got the polo cardigan on. Bladrick Veal shoots no good. Rebound, Josh LeBlanc. That was an attempted three-point shot. We're down to 6 minutes remaining. 6 minutes in the opening period, and we are tied at 2. Sampson over to Brown. Brown flips it all the way over to Christian Thompson. Goes to the ball fake. Oh, boy, he almost lost Dixon, but Dixon, good job recovering. LeBlanc under the goal. Misses an easy shot under the basket. It goes off of Chris Allen and out of bounds, and the Chargers will retain possession with 5:47 to go in the period.
I see already that Southern Lab has taken a couple of ill-advised shots. Every possession with these guys is going to be critical. Carroll came down and he never passed the ball, never tried to spread the court a little bit. He just took a guy off the move and actually missed a shot. And the same with Bladrick Veal. Bladrick Veal actually shot a three-pointer. You know, that's not his game. He got the ball. You know, move the ball around a little bit. You're going to need every possession against this team.
Very ill-advised mental error. Joshua LeBlanc was standing out of bounds and the ball was inbounded. That's not something you see from a lot of Jeff Jones coach teams. Could be nerves. It's still a big game. But, you know, Madison Prep has beaten this team 2 times in district play and twice in tournament play. They're 4-0 against Southern Lab. Their confidence should be brimming against this school. Chris Allen blocked. And, Jalen Brown with the save, but Jordan Booker to recover. So we'll credit the block to Joshua LeBlanc. Dixon goes off of Christian Thompson's leg into row 1, and with 5:18 to go, we are still tied at 2 apiece.
Rocky start so far by both teams. I see that Madison Prep is really aggressive defensively. They just had a couple of miscues and a couple of unforced turnovers that kind of cost them so far early in the game.
Dixon down low. Bladrick Veal botting up against Jalen Brown. No good. That was a push. That's a good call. That's a good call. Chris Allen got a little too hands-on, and that's a foul. And that is, I can't see the scoreboard for the number of team fouls, but good call. So here comes Christian Thompson. He'll take the ball across the timeline. Jeff Jones practically standing out by half court, giving instructions. He wants this done properly. And here comes Thompson. Thompson passes over to Brandon Sampson. Sampson being guarded by Bladrick Veal. Gets a pick from, I believe that was from Brown. Sampson goes up with a pump. That is excellent. Excellent body. And it's called a foul. It's a charge.
No, that's an offensive foul right there.
So Chris Allen, good job standing in front and taking the charge.
He stepped in and took the charge that time. Brandon Sampson kind of went in. He's trying to make his way in the game so far. That was his first shot attempt of the game. And he went in a little under control, and offensive foul was called on him. So Southern Lab has the ball. Gets the ball to Carroll. Madison Prep is in their full court press. Now they back out of it.
And Piper, that with that foul being called right now, Brandon Sampson does not have an attempt in the first 4 minutes of play officially. And that's about to change. Stolen by Sampson. Was it Jalen Brown? Jalen Brown up and good. Jalen Brown off the steal and assist from Brandon Sampson, and Madison Prep extends their lead 4-2.
And this is the thing that gets Madison Prep going. Most of the time we've covered them here on Louisiana All-American Sports. Even if they get down just a little bit or they start off a little rocky, their defense is what's their catalyst. And there we go again with another turnover. Here comes Madison Prep on the move.
Christian Thompson gives it off to, I believe that's Jalen Brown. No, yes, it is Jalen Brown. Another bucket by Brown, and it's now 6-2 as the lead is extended to 4 points. Madison Prep now starting to feel their rhythm with 3 minutes and 59 seconds remaining in the opening period.
And this is a crucial time right now. You don't want Madison Prep to get the momentum and start off with a big lead. So let's see what they're doing. There goes another block right there by Joshua LeBlanc. And here's Madison Prep again on the fast break. He takes it all the way one-on-one. Bad shot right there. Rebound by Southern Lab. And Jordan Booker has the ball. Gives it up to Carroll.
Joshua Anderson usually takes very good shots in the bucket, but that was absolutely hideous. That adrenaline's probably still pumping. It's nice to be young, but that is one disadvantage. You only get so many opportunities like this, and that adrenaline is flowing. Bladrick Veal from about 20 feet and good. Bladrick Veal, who at one time in the regular season finale gone 0 for 8 at the free throw line, just confidently picks up and drills a 20-footer. I think he's getting his mojo back, and he's bodying up with Brandon Sampson. Oh, no, Tristan Thompson, Nathaniel.
He may be injured.
And to add insult to injury, or I should say, insult to injury, looks like he got one of the dunks, Piper. And he lost the ball. They're calling a charge. Boy, that's a bad 1-2 punch.
Yes, it is. These guys are a little bit overhyped coming out this game. We saw a couple of careless turnovers. One by Brandon Sampson, one by the other team. And we've seen a couple of chippies that they've missed so far.
I got to say, Piper, if Christian Thompson is a very good player, a good shooter, but if he thought he was just going to dunk on...
There we go with another steal. Here comes the slam dunk.
Well...
That's my man right there.
Joshua Anderson is a timeout.
Joshua Anderson.
I believe that's Lab that called timeout.
Southern Lab called timeout. I don't think Madison Prep will call timeout after a big play like that. And I also think that right now, so far, what we're seeing is the Josh and Josh connection. They're the ones.
And Joshua Anderson, like I said, Piper, they could roll up their second unit and probably make lives very difficult for a lot of teams. Coach Clark settling down. I like the fresh polo cardigan style sweater he's wearing tonight with the green with the yellow horse.
And he's ripping them apart.
That's Coach Jones.
No, I meant Coach Clark.
Clark, okay. I was going to say, he just dunked the ball. Let me tell you, I've seen Madison Prep dunk the ball, and Coach Jones have an earful because something wasn't done right. He's a perfectionist.
I think Coach Clark that's been 3 turnovers in a row, and it's careless turnovers just like that they were not able to execute.
Dixon, Dennis Dixon on the assist from Bladrick Veal. Bladrick Veal dishes out assists on the football field, and now here on the hardwood, it is 8-7.
Great assist right there. They needed that bucket right there to stop the bleeding. And here comes Brandon Sampson all the way to the cup.
Beautiful. Beautiful job gliding to the basket by Brandon Sampson. And so it is now 10-7. It is still a single possession game. Southern Lab is holding serve with the Madison Prep Chargers. And that's in spite of making another turnover. I was going to say in spite of some careless errors. And Jordan Booker took his eye off the ball. You cannot do that here and expect to win.
Not at all. You need every possession. Every turnover is big against a team like that. They're already coming in a little bit overmatched. So they need every possession they can. And here comes Brandon Sampson bringing the ball up once again.
And here we go. Sampson with the rock. He's got the pill. Let's see what he's going to do with it. He's going to passes it to Brown. Brown bounce pass to LeBlanc. And he just went over him. That was a grown man move by Joshua LeBlanc. 12-7. Madison Prep on top. 1:32 to go in the period.
And what I see so far with Coach Clark, I think he changed the game plan. He wanted to try to, there he goes with another careless turnover. Bad pass by Blackville. Here comes Brandon Sampson all the way to the cup where he gets the ball out for the three-point shot for Jalen Brown.
Rebound, Jordan Booker. Boy, that could have gone sour. That could have really put Southern Lab over a barrel very early had that three-point shot been connected.
Well, what I was saying was what I've seen so far, and we didn't see this in the other two matchups that we've covered here at Louisiana All-American Sports, that he has Blackville on Sampson. I think Blackville is one of their best defensive players. And one of the longest, which is a good strategy, but at the same time, you saw that he's not going to be inside, so the inside is going to be open for Southern Lab, and they're getting easy buckets so far with the Josh and Josh connection.
That is a nice job from Sheldon Carroll finding Dennis Dixon on the bucket. That's twice we've seen Dixon put some moves in the bucket. He did that in the Del High game, both under the bucket and also using his leaping ability, which we have not seen yet tonight.
Well, that's what you want to do. You want to come in and try to get the defense to converge on you and find the open man. So he did a good job that time. Here comes Brandon Sampson again.
I've seen Coach Clark utilize more of Dennis Dixon in postseason than I have all season long, and we've seen a whole lot of the Kittens. Meanwhile, Josh LeBlanc goes up strong, could not finish. Rebound by Dennis Dixon. Dennis Dixon stands maybe about 6'2", but he can leap like a 6'5", like Charles Barkley, 6'5", 6'6".
Most definitely, and here it is, another turnover.
Stolen, and that is a very careless mistake. Marquise Bowder passes to Joshua Anderson, and that shot is good. Joshua Anderson on the assist and steal by Marquise Bowder. It is now 14-9.
And defense. Is their staple this game, and they're putting the pressure on.
That was careless ball handling by, I believe that was Sheldon Carroll who had the rock in. Bad job there.
That's about the third turnover we've seen so far just on bringing the ball up the court. And there's Madison Preppers. 16 seconds left in the first quarter. They can push this lead up.
Southern Lab is coughing the ball up at an alarming rate, Piper.
Yes, and Coach Clark is beside himself.
Anderson misses. It's amazing. It's only a 5-point game, really. Here comes Jordan Booker. Splits two defenders, goes up and strong. Jordan Booker, what a shot. And that makes it 14-11. Justin Garner in the game for the first time, the 5'8" junior, 5'9" junior maybe. That is the end of a first quarter.
Looks like they may have called a foul. We're going to wait and see. I heard a whistle before the buzzer, but I don't know if they're going to go ahead and the referees are conferring to see what the play is going to be.
I think that's that. I think that's the end of the first quarter with the score. The Madison Prep Academy Chargers leading the Southern Lab Kittens. 14-11, you're watching Madison Prep Academy Chargers basketball. I haven't said that in a while. On LouisianaAllAmericanSports.com.
Yeah, boy. Be sure to tune in tomorrow morning at 11 o'clock. At 96.9, it was the Louisiana All-American Sports Show. We're going to have a hot show tomorrow. We're going to update and recap this game. The other local games from the state tournament. So be sure to tune in. It's 96.9 FM at 11 o'clock. The Louisiana All-American Sports. The second quarter is getting ready to start. And like I said, from the first quarter, what I saw was strictly the Madison Prep's defense, the Josh and Josh connection. Brandon Sampson only had a couple of good looks at the basket. He was able to convert a three-point play. And the story of the game so far is their defense and the careless turnovers by Southern Lab. But here we go with the second quarter. Sheldon Carroll comes out with the ball. Madison Prep has their defense there. Looks like they're in a 1-2-2 defense. And Sheldon Carroll's with the three. And he missed it. Gets his own rebound back. Gets the ball out to Jordan Booker for the corner three. And he makes it. That's going to tie the score right there. 14-14. Christian Carroll takes the ball, gives it to Sampson. Back to Carroll. He crosses over the timeline. He's guarded by Jordan Booker. Jordan Booker with the defense. Christian Carroll takes the ball all the way up. And they call another offensive foul again on Christian Carroll. And I think that's going to be his second offensive foul this game. Very close call that time. But great defense by Jordan Booker.
Yeah, I was impressed with what Jordan Booker really stepped up. And I like the way that they recovered. Even though their sequence failed, they still managed to get their guys open. And Dixon goes up, no good. Rebound, Joshua LeBlanc. But I like that what we saw in the opening sequence by the Kittens. And, hey, we're all tied up 2 touchdowns apiece right now. So here come the Madison Prep Chargers. Joshua Anderson looking, steps up in the lane, launches from the high block. And there's another whistle. And you see Coach Clark lobbying to the official. But, no, he's not going to get that one. And I think Southern Lab has definitely gotten their fair share, especially considering where we are, have gotten their fair share of calls on that end of the fourth.
Well, they have, and they should be satisfied of where they are now. Actually, the score is tied. Even though with the turnover that they had, the defense at Madison Prep, they was able to weather the storm, and the score is tied. So, hey.
Hey, right you are, Piper. I mean, let me tell you, with Southern Lab turning the ball over like they did in that first quarter, they could have easily played themselves out of this game in 8 minutes, and that did not happen. They were defensively able to keep up with Madison Prep, which not a lot of teams can do, and also Prep missed some shots. We talked about that before the game. That was one key to Southern Lab staying in the game, is forcing lower percentage shooting by the Chargers, and Southern Lab with their defense did an excellent job of doing that in the first quarter.
And here we go. The score is 15-14, 6 minutes and 45 seconds left before halftime, second quarter. Madison Prep leads. Southern Lab has the ball. And that's going to be a kick ball, yeah. Kick off of Christian Carroll. Christian Thompson. I don't know where I get a Carroll from.
Oh, probably Sheldon Carroll.
Sheldon Carroll, Christian. Right. And you know what? I knew a guy named Christian Carroll in high school. Yeah.
What are the odds
I think that's, yeah.
Small world. So with the basketball, Jordan Booker, no relation to Michael Jordan, with the ball, gets it to Chris Allen. Allen down low. Bladrick Veal goes up strong, and Joshua Anderson says, no, not in my house. Get that out of here. I don't see Bladrick Veal get his shot blocked very often. Not that kid. Not that 6'5" kid with those long arms. But
I think that he can use his body a little bit and go into the body and be able to try to draw a foul.
Sheldon Carroll, that was a good shot. That was a good shot. Sheldon Carroll saw Joshua Anderson flying. He stood up, he stayed with his position and followed through, and he's going to get 3 shots at the line. That was good intestinal fortitude there by Carroll because Joshua Anderson was coming hard and fast.
Hey,
I would have flinched.
Hey, this young man tried to swipe everything he sees. He just got a block down for Bladrick Veal and was able to run all the way to the three-point line and actually got a hand on that ball, but it's just his body. On the lower body, he fouled Carroll, which gave Carroll 3 free throws. And now the score is tied, and Southern Lab can actually take the lead here.
This would be interesting. Southern Lab did draw first blood. They had a lead at the opening bucket of the game, leading 2-0. Madison Prep is pretty much not let that chuck wagon get too far since then. Chris Allen, that was clutch. Gets the shooter's roll, and Southern Lab is leading Madison Prep here in the second quarter, 15-16. So we have a barn burner here on Madison Avenue as the Chargers and the Kittens, these District 6-1A rivals, play for the 5th time this year. Madison Prep is 31-0, 8-0 in district play. 2 of those district wins were whoopings. Oh, boy.
And that's the 3rd foul. Big foul right there. That's on Christian Thompson. That should be his 3rd foul. He may have to come out the game right here. That's going to be a big foul.
He's sitting. He's taking a seat. The good news is, though, Coach Jones has a lot of bullets in his gun.
Looks like Coach is going to leave him in the game right here.
That's kind of courageous, but he does have the personnel to replace him. I just don't know about leaving a shooter like Thompson in there with 3 fouls. But hey, that's a good call. It's a 5-second violation. Oh, he carried. He carried the ball. I'm sorry. But, you know, the next basketball game I coach will be my first, so I'll defer to Coach Jones's wisdom. But it is a little bit of a gamble. So here come the Madison Prep Chargers as they are going down the court with the basketball is Christian Thompson. Gets it over to Jalen Brown. Brown being worked by Jordan Booker. Looks like Southern Lab. 1-2 step. He walked. He walked to New Orleans. And they're going to call a foul. That's the right call on Quincy Fillmore. It did look like he caused Sampson to lose his footing. That's not like Sampson to take 4 steps on his way to the bucket.
Well, this is the game plan from Southern Lab and Coach Jones. They're going to get physical with Brandon Sampson.
They have to.
The finesse player, and they're putting hands on him every time he touched the ball, and it's actually affected him. I can see that it's affected him a little bit.
And, hey, why not? You know, you lost this team 4 times. You got one of which was on Louisiana All-AmericanSports.com earlier this year where they lost by 25 points at home. Well, you got nothing to lose. You know, you got a 0 in the win column against this team. What you did the first 4 times didn't work. Why not try something different? And getting physical with their far and away their best player on this team full of talented kids is not a bad start at all. With the basketball in the game is Uric Lazar, and this is what I meant about the depth. I mean, Uric Lazar is just getting into the game for the first time, and we have seen what Lazar can do, especially on the defensive end of the court. But, you know, he's not bad offensively either. He has great vision inside the paint, and he's made people pay. Also into the game for the first time is William Lloyd, number 10.
And William Lloyd just drew 2 shots and missed the first free throw.
That isn't good. And that, I will tell you, after
small things that can build up.
And having
confidence, it seems to be building a little bit towards Southern Lab. Say, you know what, we can play with these guys.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's why I think he left Christian Thompson in. He didn't want to give them any more momentum, like, oh, they're taking out their players. So I think that, and he needs them for leadership.
Yeah, he's like, look, these kids put on their shorts and their shoes the same way we do, you know, and we still have to play 32 minutes of basketball. And there's a shot. Sheldon Carroll, no good. Rebound, Yurick Lazar. You can expect to see a lot more of that with Yurick Lazar in the game. Jalen Brown over to Brandon Sampson. Sampson from downtown, no good. Quincy Fillmore did not buckle, and Bladrick Beal went up, and he was fouled by Yurick Lazar. That is the correct call. He bumped Beal. Beal still got that ball in his hands. Beal had been in what I'd call a micro slump, if you will. I mean, not playing terribly, but not playing like we know he can. Of course, he was nursing the ankle that he broke on the football field earlier this year. But the last two games against Del High in the second round, and tonight, this is the best he's looked all season, Piper.
Oh, yes. It was the first three-point shot I ever saw him take or make. Earlier when his ankle was injured, he used to miss a lot of little chippies under and kind of rushing a little bit. But the last two games, you said it, he's been a defensive presence, rebounding, and that's what I like about him. He's not afraid to get in there, and his confidence doesn't go out, hey, to get his ball blocked. He's going hard every time. And now, from what I'm seeing, is Brandon Sampson is getting a little bit frustrated. Last time he kind of forced that shot to try to get on the board and try to do something. And when you get physical with these thin players, like a Kevin Durant or players of that nature that's strictly about finesse, someone who's physical and always grabbing them bothers them.
Oh, yeah, it gets under their skin. The only thing is that, you know, Madison Prep, unlike, say, actually, this team was never a one-man show, but let's just say when Jarrell Martin was here, Jarrell Martin was the straw that stirred the drink by far. Coach Jones can win without Brandon Sampson in the game. He has other bullets in the gun. But you still want that young man. Oh, Yurick Lazar is rejected by Chris Allen. That's not something you're going to see every day either. Going baseline is Sampson, and he finds Lloyd. Lloyd goes up. That was not a smart shot, but it worked.
But great defense right there. Even though they contested everything. They played great defense. So hey,
not 9 times out of 10 that shot does not go in. That is the first field goal by the Chargers in this period. And it's turned over. Brandon Sampson with the basketball. Madison Prep up by 2, 18-16. Sampson goes up strong. That is Brandon Sampson's first field goal of the ball game, off the glass, up and in. So he breaks that slump, and Madison Prep has extended their lead 20-16. Sheldon Carroll with the ball. Passes over, I believe that's Fillmore. Fillmore looking at stolen. Stolen by William Lloyd. And
Brandon Sampson once again.
Sampson got a little excited there. Puts up a floater, a duck, and it's swatted around. It's fought for. Excellent job. Excellent job by Jordan Booker. He saw there was no way he was going to out-rebound Yurick Lazar. He tipped it to Chris Allen, and Chris Allen goes from the rooter to the tutor and draws the and one, and we'll have an opportunity to cut this lead down to 1 with 3:40 to go in the first half, Piper. What a sequence by the
What a sequence right there. And they didn't get back on defense that time. Brandon Sampson kind of tapped himself and said, my bad.
Oh, I don't think the Chargers expected Southern Lab to rebound the ball. I didn't expect Southern Lab to rebound the basketball. And Sampson's checking out of the game. Hopefully he's okay. Hopefully he's not. One of the members of the audience who's familiar with the team says he has a little bit of a shoulder, favoring his shoulder. Hopefully that doesn't last too long. That's the last thing.
No, he said that he's changing his shirt.
I see.
He got blood on his shirt.
Gotcha. Okay, all right. Okay, well, that's good for the Chargers, then. We'd hate to see him. Delvin Spann, the rifleman, again, more bullets. This young man's a junior. He was a freshman on the 2013 state championship team. This kid can nail a three. Most guys who aren't familiar with this team probably barely know who he is, but he can kill you. So you can take Brandon Sampson off the floor. That's not going to stop him, though. That's just a speed bump. 1-2 step by Lloyd. He gets pappy, slapping, and that's a jump ball, and that is a good call. And the possession arrow was with the Chargers. So Madison Prep will hold on to the basketball.
And that was Bladrick Beal again with the blocking. A lot of momentum right here. They're only down 2. Southern Lab is in a great spot right now. They have to be thrilled from where they're at now.
They're playing the best defense I've seen them play all year. Delvin Spann with the ball. Passes over to Browder. Browder over to Delvin Spann. Spann ball fakes, kicks out to Browder, over to LeBlanc. LeBlanc uses those big long arms, goes up, misses, no good, but gets his own rebound. Southern Lab missed it, and what a heads-up play. Jordan Booker is hustling on that end of the floor tonight. That is twice. We've seen, well, he did not convert the save, but we've seen him make a couple of hustle plays that have preserved possession, at the very least stalled Madison Prep. They are playing great ball in the post tonight, Piper.
Yes, they are. You know, at the end of the first quarter, the score was 14-11, if I can remember right. So that means that Madison's Prep only scored 6 points in this second quarter. So great defense right here in this quarter by Southern Lab Kittens. It's 2 minutes and 45 seconds left in the second quarter, and there goes Brandon Sampson with a three-pointer. Rebound by Joshua. Back to Brandon Sampson. Up and in. Great play that time. They didn't give up on the play.
Roderick Hayes got away with one. He slapped Sampson's wrist on the way up. But I'd say no harm, no foul. But, hey, no harm, no foul, I guess. 22-18, Jordan Booker with the ball. We will update your score at home at the next stoppage and play. It's 22-18. Bladrick Veal almost got that one, too. It rattled out. Joshua LeBlanc with the rebound. 2 minutes, 22 seconds to go in the first half. 22-18, Madison Prep on top. Brandon Sampson with the ball. He has not been able to find his groove tonight, but he does find Jalen Brown along the baseline, and it is now 24-18.
It looks like Madison Prep is getting into a real rhythm right here. Great block right there by Brandon Sampson. He timed it just perfect. Gets out on the fast break, slows it down. He crosses the timeline.
And conversely, I think Hayes waited too long to make his move. LeBlanc, floater, terrible shot. It goes wide left, but a rebound by Jalen Brown. Brown finds Delvin Spann. Spann crosses over, splits two defenders. He took too many steps. Yep. Yeah, he got it. He got his plane ticket, his Greyhound bus, his Delta Airlines, because he walked. He traveled there. Whoopsie daisy.
Trying to move a little bit too fast to get inside that lane. He actually had a shot when they first gave it to him, but he passed it up, and that's where he should have took that shot.
And Delvin Spann's a very good distance shooter. I mean, I call him the rifleman for a reason. Meanwhile, 1-2 step by Fillmore, no good. Rebound Jalen Brown. But yeah, he's a good shooter from beyond the arc. I'm not sure what he was trying to do there. 1:28 remaining in the period. Marcus Browder with the basketball. Over to Sampson. Sampson looking. It's batted around, stolen. Roderick Hayes. That's a turnover. And Madison Prep really has turned it over a few times in this period. Here comes Bladrick Veal over to Tyler Panyanavong, and that's the correct call. It's a charge as Marcus Browder stood firm and took the charge. And so Madison Prep will now get the basketball back up by 6 with 1 minute and 10 seconds to go in the first half.
And this is a crucial time right here. I always talk about the end of the half, end of quarters, being able to make a run, and now Madison Prep is trying to make a run to push his lead up before halftime.
And it's all about momentum in a game like basketball, Joker. And I hope that Panyanavong trying to be aggressive did not cost his team some. Southern Lab in a 1-3-1 zone goes up to Justin Garner. Garner to Brown. Bounce pass baseline to Browder. Over to Sampson. He is relieved of the basketball and blocked, I believe, by Fillmore. And Roderick Hayes ends up with the basketball. Here comes Jordan Booker. We're under 1 minute. Under 1 minute to go in the half. 40 seconds to go. Booker being guarded by Brandon Sampson. He crosses over. And we have a whistle and a walk. So, yep, he took that walk. He had his New Balances on, his Nikes, and hit the treadmill, but he did a little walk in there without the ball.
Yeah, and another unforced turnover. And those are the ones that are going to kill you. They already, they've been hanging in there doing a good job these first 2 quarters, and those little plays like that will kill you. So I know Coach Clark is beside himself.
You know, if I'm Coach Clark, I go in the half and say, you guys really shouldn't even be in this game right now. But you are. And let's stop with the unforced errors, the mental mistakes. Because with all those turnovers, Madison Prep could have chewed this team up and spit them out. But a good defense and also some not so fortuitous shot results. Uric Lazar on the assist from Justin Garner. Some not so fortuitous shot results have kept the Kittens in this game. Veal crosses over, puts up a prayer from the left wing, no good. 3 seconds to go. 1 second, Sampson puts up a prayer and just misses off the rim. That's the end of the first half with the score. The Madison Prep Academy Chargers leading the Southern Lab Kittens 26-18. You're watching Madison Prep Academy basketball on LouisianaAllAmericanSports.com.
Great first half.
First half of basketball, the people got exactly what they paid for, Piper.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. They definitely did. It was exactly what we thought it was going to be.
I got to say, this game is...
Exactly was.
This game, Piper, was, I got to say, it's better than I thought it was going to be. You and I were in the parking lot talking about this beforehand. As I mentioned, Madison Prep has a perfect record this season. They're 31-0. They are 8-0 in district play. They have busted out the whooping stick on Southern Lab 4 different times this year, twice in district play, twice in tournament play. I had no reason to think that this would just be a 3-possession game at halftime, but it is, and the Kittens twice had the lead. They're hanging this game, and this is with all the turnovers, and this is with the shooting's been good. It has not been great for Southern Lab, and they are trading blows. Here's what I see right now in this game so far, having watched this team and especially having observed this coach for 4 years now. The Madison Prep is not as crispy as they normally are shooting the basketball. Brandon Sampson does not look like himself at all tonight. You put those two together against a team like Southern Lab that has good talent, not as good as Madison Prep, but good talent, really good coaching and Coach Clark, and you've watched him mold this team and watch that metamorphosis as the years come on. And you have and lockdown defense, particularly in the post, where Madison Prep has crushed schools with guys like Joshua LeBlanc and Joshua Anderson and Uric Lazar all year long. You put all that together, and we have a competitive ball game. We have a very competitive ball game. We talked about it earlier before the game started. Hey, it being the 4th time, they said it's the biggest rivalry in Baton Rouge. To me, if it's going to be a rivalry, then it has to be close. It can't be a rivalry if Madison Prep keep blowing them out 3 or 4 times a year. Then it's not a rivalry. No, you know what I mean? It just makes them hate each other. Right. So, I get it on one hand with the Southern, with the football and with the basketball. But as far as the game goes, I want to give it up to Coach Clark in the halftime for coming out with a different strategy. He came out and he put Bladrickville on Brandon Sampson, and he trailed him every way he went. So it took a while for Brandon Sampson to kind of get away from that physicality and to be able to, start going to the goal. And the inside presence is what keeping Madison. Both of the Joshuas, Lazar, that's where they've been getting their bread and butter. They haven't really been hitting any 3-pointers. Christian Thompson has 3 fouls. He came out and created 3 fouls, so he was in foul trouble. So they kind of had to go to their bench and go to their other role players to get this 8-point lead now. And that's the mark of really good coaching. Coach Clark knew that his bread and butter game plan was not going to work here tonight. He had to make changes, and he made the right changes. He put Bladrickville's length, and also Bladrickville's a thin player, but he's tough. It doesn't show on film, but he's a tough player. And they got physical with Sampson, like you said. I do think this game is going to be won or lost in the post. And while Madison Prep's advantage is in the post, Southern Lab has held up, I think, more than Coach Jones expected them to, more than I expected them to. And I'm wondering if this game remains close, are they going to force Madison Prep to go outside? Are they going to force Coach Jones to do something I've never seen him do and play his opponent's game? Yeah, well, that remains to be seen. The second half is where it's all going to tell. I think that Southern Lab is happy with the position that they're in now, only being down 8. They saw a few things that they can do. It kind of was almost like they was holding off the dam from breaking. You know what I mean? It was like they was getting a few plays here and there. Get the sandbags up there and putting some rocks up there. Right. Getting FEMA to build some levees. Right. And I think that this crowd, and when the Madison Prep came out earlier, they wanted to try to jump on this team so fast, and they were so energetic until a lot of the shots wasn't falling at first. And their defense was laxing a little bit, and Southern Lab was able to get in there, get their confidence, get a few 3-point buckets, great big shots that they've had, and was able to maintain and stay within the game. The score was 14-11 after the first quarter. So now the score is 26-18. So they held them to 12 points. So they had a little defensive effort. And really, before the last minute of that second quarter, they only scored about 6 to 8 points in this whole quarter. They didn't get a field goal until 4 minutes into the third quarter. Brandon Sampson did not attempt a shot until 4 minutes into the game. 3 minutes in, we were tied at 2. And I think you're right. You speak about strategies that work. And Madison Prep jumped on Southern Lab early in the previous 4 meetings, and the one that we carried on LouisianaAllAmericanSports.com. They pounced on Southern Lab early, slapped them around, and crushed their spirit before they were out of the gates. That didn't happen tonight. Right. And now we got to fight. And now anything can happen. We never know. Injuries can happen. Foul trouble. Anything can happen. So, hey, Christian Thompson has 3. I saw him kind of holding his wrist or whatever when he went up for the dunk, which was a spectacular play. He came up a little short. And the crowd here was just like buzzing. They're kind of on the edge of their seats. They're excited, but I can tell they're a little nervous, too, with that Lab team. Absolutely. So you all enjoy the halftime entertainment. We have some youths with a hip-hop influenced, what are they called? Purple Gang. The Purple Gang, and one of the teachers was telling me. And enjoy this halftime. We'll be back in 4 minutes. Don't go anywhere. Yeah, I thought it was
I thought it was must look like a bootleg of Amigos or something.
Madison, Supplementary, #1, baby. All right, y'all. Good job. Good job. Give us that win. Watch out the camera. Oh, I was wondering who had a camera. All right, we are back to the action for this sellout, standing room only crowd in this state semifinal matchup between these two District 6-1A rivals, the Madison Prep Academy Chargers and the Southern Lab Kittens. The third quarter is underway. With the basketball is Sheldon Carroll, and he's going to take it across the timeline. Kicks it over to Jordan Booker. Booker looking, steps up, and Bladrick field goes strong. He's rejected by Josh LeBlanc, but Dexter Dennis, I almost said Dennis Dixon, my goodness. Dexter Dennis, Johnny on the spot, again under the bucket, and puts it up and in. 26-20, Madison Prep cuts it, leading by 6, and right back down the court goes Christian Thompson as he extends the lead back out to 8, 28-20.
They definitely want to get Christian Thompson into the mix, so he came out with Coach Jeff Jones had a play strictly for him, and he was able to take it down and score. He didn't score in the first half, so here we go with another bad pass by Southern Lab, and the turnover, the ball all the way to Joshua Anderson. Oh, and he faked.
Nasty.
That was nasty. Christian Thompson with a wide open three-pointer. And Mr. Brandon Sampson with the rebound. Up and in.
And you know, one of the things that kept Southern Lab in this game, Madison Prep was not getting those open threes like they get so often, and Brandon Sampson got the rebound and put back. They weren't getting very many of those either. That's going to be an over. Oh, no, it went off of Madison Prep. It went off a Madison Prep player. Jordan Booker with the basketball. And he's got Jalen Brown guarding him. And stepping up is Dexter Dennis, and he is fouled. He passed to Chris Allen, and Chris Allen's fouled all the way up. 6:29 to go. The score is 30-20 in favor of Madison Prep.
Madison Prep's coming out with the defense already. They already got a couple of turnovers. They were able to push this lead up to 10 points. And now it's 30-20. Chris Allen hits his first free throw. That cuts it to a 9. Let's see if he can convert this second one. They're on a verge right here, and he misses. Rebound right there by Joshua LeBlanc. Now he gets the ball across the timeline, gets it to Christian Thompson. He's checked by Jordan Booker. Christian Thompson takes the pick and takes the wide open shot, misses it. And Madison Prep crashes the boards, Joshua Anderson, and takes the ball on the rebound. That was Jalen Brown with the up and in, the three-point play. And here comes Madison Prep in the third quarter, pushing the lead up to 11 now. With 6 minutes and 10 seconds left, the score is 32-21, Madison Prep. Jalen Brown at the free throw for the three-point conversion. And he misses it. Rebound by Chris Allen. Gets the ball to Sheldon Carroll. Carroll is checked by Jalen Brown.
Southern Lab can ill afford to let this game get away from them. They're still keeping pace, but that deficit's starting to widen. And good job. Dexter Dennis again with a clutch rebound and goes up strong. I'll tell you, that young man, it's very easy to underrate his contribution to this team, especially during the postseason. But his leaping ability and his presence in the post has kept Southern Lab in contests.
Yeah, he's a real scrapper, and he fights with 50-50 balls, and he does all of the dirty work. And we covered him in the last game. He had an alley-oop. Man, this guy jumps out of the gym. Yeah, and he's only about, 6'1", 6'2"?
I'm gonna say 6'3" at best. Let's see what we got. We have a 6'3". Yeah, that is it.
And I think that's giving him an inch.
I agree.
But he converts, and that takes it back to a 9-point lead, single digits once again. But it's very, very critical right here in the third quarter. Here comes Jalen Brown. Brings the ball up. They got Lazard in. They're going to call a push right there on Chris Allen. On Uric Lazard. They brought in, Jeff Jones now brought in the beef. He has Lazard in the game. Joshua Anderson. And Brandon Sampson.
And Josh LeBlanc.
Pass right there, but recovered from Christian Thompson.
You know what? I don't think the ball went in the hole. That was what I call a good foul. That's a smart foul.
By Dexter Dennis.
And again, he managed to get up in the air, and he almost got a piece of that ball. Uric Lazard is about 6'9", close. He's 6'10", and Dexter Dennis got up and almost got the ball. More importantly, Uric Lazard is about, of course, that's last time I said that he made all his foul shots, but he's about a 60-65% free throw shooter. This is the front end. So that was a good foul on two levels. It kept him from getting the dunk, and it might keep him from getting points.
Yeah, you're right, too. Great foul right there by Dexter Dennis. Allowed them to be able to keep it into a 9-point. Let's see if he can hit his second one. Lazard surveyed the free throw, and he missed it. Rebound by Chris Allen. Gets it to Sherrod Carroll. Checked real tight by Christian Thompson. If I was him, I wouldn't check him that tight. He don't risk getting a chippy foul. He takes it all the way to the host. Sheldon
Carroll slicing through the lane, and the lead is cut back down to 7.
And that was a great, smart play right there. He knows that Christian Thompson is in foul trouble, so why not take it right at him?
Exactly. He cannot get that aggressive on defense, and so why not? Exactly. And Thompson carries the ball. Christian Thompson has made more mental errors in this game than I've seen him make all season.
Yeah, he missed a couple of wide-open shots that we've seen him miss that he normally makes, but we also see him that he may have injured himself in the second quarter going for that dunk. And for my recollection, he only has 2 points in the game. So I think coach is trying to get him going.
And it's a man's least favorite kind of injury at that. 4:59 to go in the third quarter. Sheldon Carroll crosses over, passes over to Jordan Booker. Booker puts it on the ground, crosses over again, gets to Bladrick Veal. Veal goes hard in the lane and good. Bladrick Veal, where has this man been all year long? Where has this been all year long? He is playing like a man tonight. I guess whatever that ankle injury did to him, he's shaking it off. He is rehabbed, and he is in the building. He is helping carry this team tonight, just like he does on the gridiron.
And he's plastered to Brandon Sampson.
And he is getting physical. This is what I mean about Veal. He's not a big guy, but he's tough, and he's holding Sampson up. You know, like he was protecting the quarterback. Meanwhile, Christian Thompson, he is getting harassed. That was a great move, and that was Christian Thompson needed that for his confidence. He had just not been getting him to fall tonight. And that was a man's move under the bucket of the two taller defenders. Good job concentrating under the bucket, getting big. 34-27.
Well, here comes the senior leadership. And that's why you had Christian Thompson in there, him and Brandon Sampson. We already see that they got Brandon Sampson pretty much on lock. They follow him everywhere he goes. So it's up to Christian Thompson now to take the lead. He's the senior. He's the point guard. He's the one that should be able to take the lead. And I see that he's trying to step up this quarter and do that.
He is. And, I'll tell you, I don't think Coach Jones expected to be this close, but at the same token, I don't think it's a total surprise either. Familiarity breeds contempt, and while they have beaten this Southern Lab team by firm margins, it's evident that this team has talent. And right now they are saving their best for when it counts in the playoffs. Sheldon Carroll, terrible shot. He should not have taken that. Brandon Sampson with the rebound. A body just hit the floor. That was a little flop action there. 34-27. Joshua LeBlanc goes strong in the lane. Good! Joshua LeBlanc on the assist from Brandon Sampson. And Madison Prep expands their lead now back to 36-27.
Yeah, they cut it to 7, and now they pushed it back up to 9. That shot is going to be there all game long because of the defensive pressure that they're putting on Brandon Sampson. They double him every time he gets the ball, so the middle is wide open. So Joshua Anderson should have that shot pretty much at any time he wants it.
I completely agree with you. And not only that, when Anderson, all he's got to do is just focus. Just focus. Don't put it up too quickly. He missed a lot of those earlier, well, partly because Southern Lab players were getting to the ball. Jordan Booker, no good. Rebound by the Kittens. And, Christian Thompson, Jalen Brown on the fast break in transition. That's the first time tonight we've seen that from the Chargers.
Yes, it is. That was the first fast break that we seen. It was just them on. I'm surprised they didn't dunk it, but hey.
Hey, I think after they tried the last couple of dunks, they said, hey, let's just get it in the hole. There's a shot, no good. And into the game for the first time tonight for Southern Lab actually is, and good job by Jordan Booker breaking up that play. Kyle Green in the game for the first time tonight. We have not seen him at all until this third quarter. 2:27 to go in the third quarter. Brandon Sampson, 10 by the ball. Bladrick Veal is attached to him like white on rice, and that is part of what has helped keep this Kittens team in the game. He has not backed down at all.
Yeah, you better believe it.
You better not get too close or get a delay of game. Veal guarding him closely. Well, he has to hurry up and get it in. Joshua Anderson over to Justin Garner. Garner crosses over. Good bounce pass by Garner over to Thompson, and he still can't find that three. Chris Allen with the big rebound. Chris Allen has played like a man tonight under the boards.
Yes, he has.
You know, Jordan Booker with the basketball now. Looks like Madison Prep is in a loose 2-3 zone. Yes, it is a 2-3 zone. Bladrick Veal with the ball. 2 minutes to go. Over to Allen. Allen. Oh, good vision by Allen, but a great play by Justin Garner, breaking up that pass to Dexter Dennis, because if Dennis gets that ball, he goes baseline and puts it up and in.
Well, bad pass right there. Now Madison Prep is trying to force these guys to be able to shoot from the outside. But by playing a 2-3 zone, and Southern Lab is not really a great outside shooting team. So that's what Jeff Jones is trying to do now. They're an inside team. And he got up, and Joshua Anderson gets another block.
Yeah, you're right. No, Southern Lab gets most of their points inside the perimeter. They shot it well tonight, but that's not who they are. And I think Coach Jones, especially with an 11-point lead, there's that floater again. Did he get it? No. Rebound. They're fighting for it. Thompson. Veal. Oh, no, that's Demarius Antoine in the game. And then William Lloyd goes up, and he's fouled. And that'll send Lloyd to the line. Demarius Antoine got in the game for the first time tonight. That's okay. And made a fantastic hustle play to the ball.
Great hustle that time. But a 50-50 ball, Madison Prep was able to come out with it and get 2 shots in the process. There's a minute and 32 seconds left in the third quarter. This is very, very crucial time right here as he misses the first free throw.
Assistant coach Torrey Boulier looks like he had a Malox moment just now. Those missed free throws, no coach likes them, but I'll tell you, this coaching staff doesn't tolerate them.
And he makes the second one.
So William Lloyd puts it up and in. Lloyd hasn't gotten a lot of playing time tonight, but he's definitely asserted himself when the opportunities have arisen. Prep back in that 2-3 zone. And Booker looking for somewhere to go with the basketball. Madison Prep 39, Southern Lab 27. It's a 12-point lead. Southern Lab still hanging on the game. Veal takes about a 17-foot shot, not a well-balanced shot. They could not grab the rebound. And here come the Chargers as gets it down low to Josh LeBlanc. Good! Joshua LeBlanc, the assist from Marquise Browder. And it's now 41-27. Madison Prep has scored 15 points in the third quarter. That is their highest quarter output of the night. Down low. Chris Allen up, and Chris Allen gets the shooter's roll. So that'll make it 41-31 and a chance to cut it down to single digits again. Chris Allen at the line. Chris Allen shoots about 65% from the line, so that's no guarantee. Or at least when I've gotten to see him this year, I'm about 65-70% at the most. So he has got to focus on his follow-through and his balance and put this ball in the bucket.
Yes, indeed. The lead has went up now to 12 points, so he can try to cut this to 10 or maybe a single digit before they go into the fourth quarter, because it's going to take a heroic effort in the fourth quarter to be able to get the lead, and he missed it.
Missed it badly off the back of the iron, and Lazar's on the ground. This is a jump ball. Madison Prep has the possession arrow, so we'll see what they call. If they're saying jump ball, they are.
And they call a foul on Southern Lab, so there's going to be, they're not in the bonus yet.
40 seconds to go in the third quarter. 41-29. Madison Prep is just on the verge of hitting that runway and taking off and getting away from this Kittens team. Quincy Fillmore in the game for the Kittens. Demarius Antoine now in the game for the Chargers. There's a shot from downtown. No good. Rebound by Jordan Booker. Booker to Quincy Fillmore. Fillmore. Cross. Oh, he got sloppy and loses the ball. Demarius Antoine picks it up. They're fighting for it. And it's picked up by Tyler Pagnanavong, who's getting it in the half for the first time. Pagnanavong was trying to call a timeout. Did he get it? Yes, he did. That's the second timeout by Southern Lab. They have 3 remaining to score. You are watching Madison Prep Academy basketball on Louisiana All-AmericanSports.com. The score, Madison Prep 41, Southern Lab 29. like to remind you to join us tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. on 96.9 FM, the Louisiana All-American Sports Show on 96.9 FM WHYR, or streaming from anywhere in the world at WHYR.org.
There's 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Southern Lab has the ball. I think they're going to save it for one shot. Gets the ball out. Jordan Booker for the three-point.
Oh, now who's that against? That is against the Chargers. That's a silly foul. It's a silly well, maybe not, because you don't want Southern Lab getting that rebound and putting it back. Over the back. I said over the back. So bounce pass. What was that? Now we have a whistle. And this has happened before at Madison Prep's gym. There's been some hanky-panky with the lights. I'm not sure if it's a body hitting it or if it's an electrical issue, but we've seen this before. Okay, so I'm getting some feedback. Basically, the lights are triggered by sensors. If you block one of the light sensors, it assumes, I guess, that it's dark and shuts the lights out. So they're trying to keep people away from those sensors. It's been a couple of years since we've shot a game here in Madison Prep's gym, but when the gym was brand new, even then they had some issues with that flickering, and same thing when we have these standing-only crowds. So, meanwhile, guys and girls are trying to get themselves together. 6 seconds to go in the ballgame. Folks, if you're enjoying tonight's broadcast, you're going to really enjoy some more tomorrow, as we have a doubleheader of playoff action here in Baton Rouge. Tomorrow night, Saturday, 6 p.m., we'll go across the river to Port Allen High School in the District 7, these two District 7 3A rivals, the Port Allen Pelicans and University High Cubs, square off in the Class 3A state quarterfinals. Join us tomorrow at 6 p.m. on LouisianaAllAmericanSports.com. From downtown! Oh, that hurts. That hurts. Demarius Antoine puts up a prayer. He almost got one. I could not see. It looked like maybe it was Sheldon Carroll or Jordan Booker who put the shot up. Be that as it may, it's now a single-digit game. Again, the score. The Madison Prep Chargers, 41. The Southern Lab Kittens, 32. You are watching Madison Prep Academy Chargers basketball on LouisianaAllAmericanSports.com.
Big shot right there. I said, big foul actually, and that which allowed them to get that last second shot. I said if they can be able to get the lead maybe down to, they possibly have a chance. And now it is single digits. It's a 9-point lead. 8 minutes left in the fourth quarter. The number one team here in the state, Madison Prep, the favorite to win the state championship, has a 9-point lead against their arch rival, Southern Lab Kittens. It all comes down to this, the fourth quarter. Let's go, baby.
I texted Coach Jones earlier this year. I said they might as well just stop everything right now and hand you guys the 1A trophy. But when you have a rival that's motivated and now confident like Southern Lab, I'll tell you, these are the kinds of games that test a champion. And I do believe this Madison Prep team is a championship team. And this last 8 minutes of this fourth quarter here at 1555 Madison Avenue will be their test.
And he definitely has a height advantage as he...
Jordan Booker with the block, and now a silly foul, as it looks like just his hands, and that's the fourth foul, I believe. Christian Thompson just kind of accidentally fouled Sheldon Carroll in transition. If that was Christian Thompson, I didn't get a good look at the official signal. If that is his fourth personal foul. So we will find out, and he's got to be very ginger on defense. That was, and Christian Thompson's in foul trouble. So we're getting some mixed reviews here.
It may have. It was either Brandon Sampson or Christian Thompson. If it was Christian Thompson, it would be his fourth foul. Brandon Sampson, I think, only has 1 or 2 fouls, so he's not in foul trouble here. But they have a big size advantage. I saw him. They had Tyler Payanavong actually guarding Joshua Anderson or Joshua LeBlanc.
I did notice that. I noticed you were pointing it out earlier. And, but Christian Thompson flies through the lane. And he fell down and went boom.
Is he okay? Hey, he's bouncing right back up. We said it before about these young guys.
It's good to be young. Oh, no. Okay. So I'm a little confused here.
Oh, they actually called nothing. They just allowed him kind of to come up.
Wow. So
actually, they shouldn't have. They should have let Southern Lab get the ball. But
he went strong to the hole, too.
Maybe they thought he was hurt, and everybody stopped and hesitated for a second. But, hey, back to the action. 6 minutes and 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Southern Lab Kittens have the ball. They try to get the ball to Chris Allen. Tyler Peñanavong swings the ball over to Jordan Booker. Jordan Booker goes, and they actually didn't call a foul. The ball rolls off his leg and out of bounds. Another unforced turnover here in the fourth quarter. Ball go back to Madison Prep.
And Southern Lab has zero threshold for unforced errors at this point. They're down by 11 points. They've got to run the table.
And Coach Jones is talking to Christian. I bet right here he's going to let his seniors dictate the play here in the fourth quarter.
Well, Sheldon Carroll, he got the foul, but hey, I'll give him props exactly for being aggressive and sending a message.
And 6 minutes and 16 seconds left. And as I said, I think their coach is going to let the seniors dictate this fourth quarter. So you're going to see a lot of Brandon Sampson and Christian Thompson, I think, in this fourth quarter. I
think you will, and I think that's the right call. Coach Jones has no compunction, too, about slowing the game down when he's ahead. And so, Jalen Brown with the dipsy-do. Beautiful shot. And
great play right there.
Extended to 12, that lead to 13. And, what, did you hear that?
No, wait a minute. Hold up.
I didn't call her.
Don't call her.
I'm just saying,
Stay back.
She's coming down the steps.
Where is she? I don't see her.
I think she's at the door. She's paying her $8, and the fat lady is coming down the stairs.
I don't see her. Where is she?
But that's Precious, and we have a 2-for-1. We have a Ebony and Ivory special. Precious and Roseanne will be the fat ladies singing tonight, and they are coming down the stairs.
And we have also special guests. We have Mrs. Clump coming.
From what was the Eddie Murphy movie called? It was The Nutty Professor? Yeah. Clutch 3-point shot by Quincy Fillmore, cuts it back down to 10. I'm just saying they're in the building. I'm not saying they're singing yet.
They're not singing yet. Still have a chance. And here we go. Madison Prep.
And Molly from Mike and Molly, she might make a special appearance also tonight. It's going to be the all-fat lady special here
That's right.
on Madison Avenue.
And even Norbert. We got her too on there.
Bladrick Veal.
He tied the ball up. Great defense right there. Another jump ball. He tied the ball up as he went up in the air. And the ball goes to Southern Lab. 10-point lead with 5 minutes and 15 seconds left.
Bladrick Veal is playing outside of himself tonight. 5:11 left to play in the ball game. Tyler Peñanavong gives it over to Booker, to Fillmore, to Veal, back to Booker. Booker bounces to Peñanavong. That's his first shot of the night, and it is good. Tyler Peñanavong from 17 feet. And this lead is cut back down to 8 points with 4:54 to go. The score is... he's getting counted down, and he's forced to burn a timeout as Christian Thompson. He picked up his dribble. He had no one to pass to, and Madison Prep burns their first timeout. They have 4 remaining. The score, the Madison Prep Chargers 45, the Southern Lab Kittens 37. You're watching Madison Prep Academy basketball on LouisianaAllAmericanSports.com.
Yeah, boy. Hey, who would have thought? 8-point lead with 4 minutes and 45 seconds left. The rival team. You know, Madison Prep beat this team by 20, 30, every team by 40, and hey, we got a game tonight.
We got a game tonight. They're not going to win by 25 points tonight. In fact, Madison Prep is kind of one of their staples is getting to the century mark. They're not getting 100 tonight. Looks like they're going to just get past 50. Southern Lab has thrown everything in the kitchen sink at these Madison Prep Academy Chargers. But to Madison Prep's credit, they're sticking with the plan, and they are still in the driver's seat. Make no mistake about that. Christian Thompson with the basketball. 4:39 left to go. Thompson, 1-2 step. He's in the left wing. Bounces it over to LeBlanc. LeBlanc going strong in the lane. Dexter Dennis again got a hand up in LeBlanc's face, but those long arms. LeBlanc gets it up in, and it's now 47-37. 10-point lead for the Chargers again.
And a turnover right there again by LeBlanc. And great assist right there by Christian Thompson. Not being traveled and getting the turnover, was able to compose himself and give the ball up and for an easy basket. And that pushed the lead all the way up to 12.
4:09 left to play in the ball game.
2 costly turnovers right there by Southern Lab at the wrong time.
Absolutely. Excuse me. So.
But they get a foul, and they're in the bonus, so Sheldon Carroll is going to be at the free throw line and try to cut this lead to 10, and he misses it. Offensive rebound by Dennis. Dennis gets the offensive rebound. They're fighting for the rebound, and Madison Prep comes out with it. And here we go. Brandon Sampson, oh, with the slam dunk. That might be the icing on the cake right there. That might be the icing.
That might do it. That might do it.
We might have to bring her out.
Here comes.
Uh-oh. Coach needs a timeout right here.
The full timeout by Southern Lab. That is their third charge timeout. They have 2 remaining. The score, the Madison Prep Chargers 51, the Southern Lab Kittens 37. You are watching Madison Prep Academy basketball on LouisianaAllAmericanSports.com. Oh boy, your pipe right here.
Yeah.
Here she comes.
Here she comes. Yeah, she comes.
Here comes Molly from Mike and Molly. Who else we got? Roseanne and Mrs. Clump.
Yeah.
The fat lady's about to sing.
We got the color purple Oprah.
Color purple Oprah, that's right. With 3:46 to go, Southern Lab has a lot to be proud of. They have hung with this team, but it looks like for the 5th time this year, the Madison Prep Academy Chargers, barring the most epic of epic collapses, are going to be advancing to the top 28 for the 4th year in a row. For the 4th consecutive year. They were eliminated in the state semifinals in 2012. In 2013, they won the Class B state championship. Last year, after moving up to Class 1A, they were the state runner-ups, eliminated the championship game. This year, it is championship or bust. These kids know it, and you're seeing it right here on the floor. With 3:23 to go in the ball game, and Madison Prep now up by 14 points on their District 6 1A rivals. Check that. Make that 15 points.
And I think that dunk was actually the play of the game, the icing on the cake for the Madison Prep Chargers. And it was basically a telling of the whole game. Turnover on one end with Madison Prep's defense, easy conversion on the other end on the inside.
And that is now going to make it a 16-point game, and with 3 minutes, and I'm going to call it time of death.
Uh-oh.
Time. This crowd is so loud. And I'll call it now. Time of death. 3 minutes remaining in the 4th quarter. That's a foul against the Chargers.
That's against Christian Thompson with a hip check. It was actually a petty foul that they called, but I think that he was mouthing off. He was actually showboating when he slammed the ball, and he came back and the referee saw him, and so any little thing the referee called it on him. That's exactly what happened.
So now I'll make it official now that I can hear myself think, and there's a break in the action. Time of death. 2 minutes, 59 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter. The Madison Prep Academy Chargers leading 55-37. And now the fat ladies have sung. Time for me to join them. Turn out the lights. The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. Until tomorrow starts the same old thing again. 2:55 to go in the ball game. Southern Lab, nice shot there by Tyler Panyanavong from downtown that cuts the lead down to 15 points. But it's all elementary at this point, as one thing that the Kittens are not going to be able to outrun or outshoot is the clock. Madison Prep in this 4th quarter has outscored Southern Lab 16-8. 16-8. And so for a team that held so close for so long, as Josh LeBlanc adds more icing on the cake, that held so close for so long, they could not hold on to Madison Prep at all in the 4th quarter. That ball was stolen. Brandon Sampson finds Joshua LeBlanc, who finds Thompson, who finds Jalen Brown, and good. 59-40.
And here we go. Here comes the route. 3 turnovers in a row. And here we go. It's showboat time.
Sorry about that, folks. Call was a little excited here, and we had a minor technical difficulty. We'll go back on the air, bringing you the conclusion of this basketball game live on the living color.
Yes, indeed. Now we'll lead it all the way up to 21 points. We'll be going to the semifinals. For the 3rd consecutive year, right? For the 4th consecutive year. Wow. What an accomplishment for Coach Jeff Jones.
He is in my opinion, watching basketball in the Baton Rouge area. We have some really good ones. But to me, he's at the top of the Mount Everest right now. I'm sorry, what's the Mount Everest? Mount Rushmore of Baton Rouge area coaches, at least right now.
Yeah, if he was on Mount Everest, he'll be on his face on it. Hey, maybe that's a good thing. Brother in the snow.
We're tropical people.
Right.
I think it's doing 6 now. They lost the ball. Shelby, no good. Got to be in there. Shelby Carroll from downtown, no good. Rebound.
Don't foul.
And it's a minute 15 seconds left. Now they just kind of want to run out the clock. Madison Prep still has full-court defense all the way to the buzzer sound. Your pressure defense, 40 minutes ahead. In this case, 32 minutes. And he's taking his starters out now. Out from the game comes Brandon Sampson, Christian Jones.
So Brandon Sampson has come out of the game for the last time here at Madison Prep Academy. And this organization has had a very distinguished 3 years of varsity basketball career. And he's not finished yet.
Let him shoot.
Madison Prep has piled up 24 points in the fourth quarter.
I noticed that, man. Wow. What a showing when it was time when they needed to turn it on, they turned it on.
Yeah, to say they turned it to say they threw the throttle would be a gross understatement. Another timeout called. I believe Coach Jones called that one, I'm not sure.
I think maybe probably take some players out to get some pressure or sophomore, some type of experience. That's the only thing I can see. There's no way you can win it though. They got to get some underclassmen a little bit of experience. There we go. These young people are fun, aren't they?
Oh yeah, it's good to be around them. Some of that spirit vicariously. Well, for them. Sheldon Carroll's shot is good. Cuts the lead down the field.
And I think maybe Southern Lab would at least want to be under 20. That would at least, hey.
Well, I'll tell you, this team definitely showed that they'll leave it all on the court. It's just, man, look at their play. We leave it all on the court, and the Madison Prep Chargers will just keep it up.
And under a minute now in the fourth quarter.
Justin Garner back passing to the corner, and looks like Marquise Browner is struggling a little bit with it as a whistle. No fouls against Blazers Deal, a push, maybe a little bit of frustration there, and that will send Browner to the line. In the game for the Chargers right now, Justin Garner, number 12. Demarius Antoine, number 21. Melvin Span, number 3. That shot rattles out. Marquise Browner, number 20. And in the game for the first time tonight, number 24, Colby Julian. His youth in the game for the Kittens right now. Blazers Deal, number 1. And checking in for the Chargers. Checking in for the Chargers for the first time, number 30, Jerron Whitfield. And we've seen Jerron Whitfield play effectively too. This team is so loaded. I mean, that's the thing. Whitfield's just getting in the game in Michael's time. That's how talented this team is. She's brilliant. Over to Whitfield. Delvin Span, the right hand. Delvin Span, his first point of the night. 66-44. Madison Prep has exploded for 27 points in the fourth quarter. Sheldon Carroll. No good. Rebound, Chris Allen. No good. Julian slaps it over to Demarius Antoine. And goes to the hoop. 8 seconds left to go. Madison Prep, 68. Southern Lab, 44. Consecutive years, the Madison Prep Academy Chargers are going back to the top 28, back to the state semifinals.
Yeah.
happens in the top 28. We'll keep you updated on who Madison Prep will be playing and a whole lot more. As this one is over. And
Fort Allen, man.
at Fort Allen, correct. Yep.
7 o'clock.
Be sure